Gunline. We got a fire mission coming down, y'all. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, where we shoot the shit like we did out in the past in the field, in between fire missions, under that motherfucking net, when, it was downtime and just chilling and shit, and you and your boys be hanging out. Oh, wait. I said boys. It ain't like that anymore. Nah, hey, check it out, y'all. If you're watching us here on the YouTubes right now, I'm honored. I really am. And I have a guest here who is the third female I've had on the podcast, but the first one that was actually in combat arms. Because before I had an aviation chick, that was my homegirl Risa. Then we had my homegirl Santos. She was MI. And today we got Jordan here. She was on the gun line at one time as a 13 banger. Is that right?
Yes.
Right on. Well, welcome to the gun line. And I'm sure the shit show shall begin. By the way, she says she's going to take a sip of that hardcore drink she has right now. Captain Morgan's, y'all. Every time I say something sexist. So, all right. With that said, welcome, Jordan. I'm really glad to have you on here.
I am just thrilled.
I'm sure you are. You'll have to excuse my dress, by the way. I just got home from work right now, and I got
out of bed.
Right on. So, see, the thing is, I got home, right, and I checked my phone, and I see this thing on here that says, Jordan sent me a message. So I read the message, and it said, hey, dumbass, me and my homegirl want to get down with you and talk to you about your dumbass point of views, and are you too sexist to have us on here?
Didn't even say that.
I'm just shit talking. Nah, she told me that, but at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was a she. I just saw Jordan. So I figured, okay, this is probably some dude that wants to get his old lady on here, and he supports her and all that stuff. But then I saw the spelling of it, and I was like, it could be a female too, or it could be the new fucking millennial way of writing it. So I said sis afterwards. But anyway, thank you, Jordan, for being here, honestly. And normally, for those that listen to me, they know I have a very specific point of view on females and on the gun line. So with that said, I know that that's the reason that you reached out, because you want to give us your point of view, and I appreciate that. But before we get into that, can you tell us a little about yourself?
I am 26. I'm from North Carolina. I enlisted in 2016. And when I enlisted, I didn't even know that I was one of the first females. That was nothing that was even disclosed to me.
Right.
Until after the fact. And then I went to AIT and school and all that fun stuff, and then I was at Carson.
So let's pump the brakes on that a bit. Let's talk about your pre-military experience. How old were you when you got in?
So I was 20.
Okay.
I graduated high school early, and once again, when I graduated in 2013, I graduated a semester early. So
okay, I thought you were gonna say that you graduated early at 20. I'm like, that's some North Carolina shit right there.
So technically, yeah, it really is some fucking yeehaw shit. No, I graduated in 2013, technically 14, because it was a semester early. I originally was signed my paperwork to be an MP, because my goal was to join the military. That was my goal in general since I was a child. And that was just one of the only things that caught my eye from the list of 4 things that I was allowed to do.
Right.
So I was doing that, and I ended up getting into a truck hit me at a red light. Since there was an open court case, I wasn't able to go,
right,
even though it wasn't my fault. And that took a couple years. And within that time frame, I actually ended up getting addicted to my painkillers and dealing with a lot of addiction. And I remember I was working at this little cafe, and then I got a really good job at a garage door company. And I remember just sitting there and being like, man, I lost a really good friend to drugs, and I need to get my shit together. What happened to my goals and my plans?
Right.
This is what I wanted to do. I need a sign from the universe. And I remember that day, and I'm not one for sappy, fate. But I went to the grocery store, and I was talking to my mom earlier. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I'm fucked up. Something's fucking stupid. I just need something to push me. I just need a push.
Right.
And I walked back out to my car with my groceries, and I looked down, and there was a fucking recruiting card on the floor right by my door, that had been stepped on in the mud.
God,
and I was like, fuck me. And then I Sergeant G, that's all I know his name. That's all I remember. It was a long ass name. And then I called him, and in less than 3 weeks, I was heading to basic.
Oh shit!
On my first plane.
Dude,
never been on a plane before.
So let me ask you: did you have a prior history with family in the military? It was like their lineage of military?
Not really. My grandpa, I never met him. He died a couple like months before I was born.
Okay.
He was in the Navy. He was like like comm, basically, like communications and shit. I don't fucking know. They obviously did a lot cooler shit back then.
Yeah, then more than now.
But I'm assuming now. I don't really know. I've never had that job, but I've read the letters that he wrote to like my grandma, and like he was in the Korean War and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think that was legal.
Dude, like,
yeah, fucking crazy.
That's fucking awesome. All right, so you got to the recruiter, and obviously you scored high enough to be a fucking 13 Bravo. So how did they end up offering you that, and why? Let me ask you first things first. Was it the fucking video? Is that what said, I want that shit?
No, I remember him like wanting to show me videos of other things, and when I read it, I asked a lot of questions because I do that when I'm not educated. I want to know. So I was like, what the fuck is that? I can Google it, but you should be able to provide a better answer for me. And I did end up watching the video, but I also watched like 5 other ones with like other things that I was interested in. And my dad, I was talking to him about it. He was like, why don't you be a chaplain's assistant? And I was like, because I'm not fucking lame. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? That's the whole point of what, no offense to any of that. I have like good friends who are chaplain's assistants. But I was like, that's just like not me. If you've met me, you know that is not something that I would thrive in.
Right.
And I work very well in chaos and confusion and yelling, and that's just who I am as a person. So I really don't know what it was. I had a couple options, and I like just was like, what are these? What is that? And like, what is this? I want to know what this is. They're like, oh, it's like artillery. And I literally was not told anything about female until I like signed my name. They're like, you're like the first female in North Carolina. And I was like, that's fucking lame. Like, I don't care.
Right.
And they wanted to actually have like the news talk to me, and I refused it because I was like, that's fucking lame.
Right on.
Like to me, that was just stupid. And I was like, that doesn't matter. I don't think that that's important.
See, and that's one thing we're eye to eye on. You know, that's one thing I do agree with. Like, I can't stand when they try to publicize something. If you're going to do it, just fucking do it. You know what I mean? Because then
I was actually in a newspaper.
Okay, because what ends up happening is they end up making you like fucking like that Jessica Lynch bitch that got fucking you know, they got lost because she didn't know how to read a fucking map, but then they blow her up. Like, dude, no. Yeah. Anyways, continue. My bad.
The one who like is she the one that stopped and like started praying or some shit?
Yeah. But according to the reports, you know, she was firing back and all that shit. Anyways, so
I've been like, yeah.
So you signed up. You signed up to be a 13 banger. You fucking go to, where'd you go to basic at?
So.
Oh, so you did OSET?
Well, no, I was actually, it was before OSET, but so it was in 2016. They were starting to introduce it. So in my basic training, they took all the females that were going to AIT for 13 Bravo. They took us, or just 13 series.
Okay.
They took us and we did the fucking, like in the gym, like we just did like random like deadlifts and a bunch of weird shit for like a day. And I think that was when they were like starting their data with like these first few groups of females that just through basic. And then when I went to AIT, I did the like physical standards, whatever the fuck it's called. I got out like in November, but I feel like I've been out for 5 years.
Right.
I'm like, forget it. I did that, and then the next day we did another set. And they had all the females go out and do it again, but it wasn't like counted as your grade. But they also had like 4 other dudes like join us, so it didn't seem to be like sexist and like, oh, we're just making the females do it.
Right. But I'm pretty sure they were assessing your strength.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm
saying?
They weighed us. And so for me, and I was like, this is stupid because you're adding extra weight to my body. They weren't adding extra weight to my bag. So they were adding weight to me to be like around the same weight as the standard male.
Okay.
And I had to ruck with weights in my fucking pockets and also in my bag. And I was like, this is fucking dumb. I'm 100 pounds. Like, why are you adding extra weight to my shins? Like, wow. This is literally making it more difficult. I don't think I'm going to put a soldier in my pocket.
Pump the brakes. You were 100 pounds for real, or what were you weighing?
Well, actually, I was 106 when I left because that was like I had to be 106. But yeah, I was very, very small. I'm definitely not that weight anymore.
No, I was gonna say, I mean, shit, you weigh as much as a fucking HE, tall boy.
Yeah.
So fucking wow. All right,
they got a lip. Those are easy.
Yeah, okay.
All you gotta
lean
do
that
is
bitch
like
to the
put it on
side.
your. Look, I've told every female that I have spoken to, and even males that have had issues with stuff like that. I'm like, we all have our strong suits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna deny science. I'm not gonna deny that there are some people who have better traits as long as like as far as strength goes. But I also know that I've seen dudes who can't do a goddamn fucking thing, and I've run laps around them. And I, being who I am, I usually make them feel bad about it. And I'm like, you're gonna let me, like this little fucking girl, outdo you? Like you should be fucking ashamed.
Yeah.
Like,
see, like usually guys that couldn't cut it on the line like that, like humping rounds, they'd be in the training room or they'd be drivers or fucking RTOs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah.
But
it definitely depends on your leadership.
That's true. So all right, so you go through basic training, you go through AIT. Who's your AIT instructors?
Oh my god,
oh, you know what, you went in 2016, right? Okay, no, well, who did I
only liked one of mine, so I'm not even gonna go into the name because he probably watches this and he'll know who he is.
Trust me, we're not Joe Rogan size yet, no matter what your arena says.
You're kind of like him.
Nah,
you might not have like that like impact, but like
yeah.
you're definitely there.
Right, I appreciate that. But no, on the real side, like, I mean, so I'm guessing, how many females were in your platoon or in your battery for basic?
So basic, I don't know, like maybe 10. AIT in my little platoon, I'm pretty sure it was 4. It was 4 of us.
Wow.
So me and my best friend, she's out now, but we were both active. The other girl was active too. She went to Hood though. And then the fourth one, she was like National Guard or some shit.
Nah, that really don't count.
But like as far as that goes, she was better than all of us though. She was a fucking beast. I was like, she was yoked. I was like, man, I'm jealous.
Still nasty girls. They don't really count. So fucking tell me about when you got to. Hold up. First of all, Nasty Girls is a National Guard fucking name.
I know.
So,
I know.
So tell me, what was it like? All right, so I don't know what it's like for females. When I went through OSUT, that's back when you went through basic and AIT together. There were no females, obviously, there. I mean, we had all male fucking drill sergeants, all that good stuff. Then I hit
pretty lame.
I was fucking good. I mean, I will probably laugh at a female drill sergeant. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean, but no, I talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. I respect the rank though. At the end of the day, in the position. So with that said, you got to Fort Carson. You said it was your first duty station, right? First of all, how were you treated by the males, your male counterparts, while you were in AIT?
In AIT, decent, but that's like another thing. So on this, like your last podcast, there was something, it stood out because I understand it, and I remember fucking Urena saying, like talking about like that's all they want, like they just wanted to be treated equally.
Right.
For me, I definitely saw favoritism, but I also have a fucking mouth on me, and I'll let you know that I don't want to be treated like that, which is what some people don't do. And like it's not just females, there are some males who get favoritized and they're not like, hey, you're making me like you're making me better than everyone, and I ain't shit. Like
that's the good old boy club.
Yeah, and I fucking am not a yes man by any fucking means. I will talk back to whoever the fuck I want, and if you're wrong, you're fucking wrong, and that's just how I am. So there was definitely favoritism. AIT instructors trying to fuck females, which the females are just as fucking wrong. That's not how the Army looks at it. They usually blame the NCO regardless of sex, but it's like, you fucking know what the fuck you're doing too. You're a grown-ass adult, you're fucking in the military, you should be in just as much as trouble. So that was like the biggest thing, was just like experiencing that. I remember so many investigations in AIT. I was like, this is so lame. I cannot wait to leave. You guys are fucking nasty. I want nothing to do with you guys. Get me the fuck out. But there was definitely favoritism. I didn't experience being treated like shit for being a female in AIT. I experienced it the moment I got to my unit. That was when it fucking just like plummeted, and I was like, no. And it was because I wouldn't fuck my chief.
See,
so that was like my biggest thing. And then on top of that, you go back to like, so I dealt with a bunch of mostly just like harassment, like sexual harassment in a way. And it's like, I'm not going to report it because to a degree, not that I don't care, but also I saw females who did it, who got made fun of. And I also saw females who lied about it. And then it's like nothing anyone says is taken seriously. And then it's like, oh, if I get rank, I suck this dick. If I don't, I'm a piece of shit. So like I'm either shitty because I'm a girl, or I made it because I'm a girl. There's no fucking win.
There was no in between there.
There was nothing.
Right.
It was fucking impossible. But there were some females who, like, I definitely know there's people that were like a lot better than me. Like I definitely get it. My ex-wife, she actually was also there. I met her at Carson though. I didn't meet her in school, but she was a fucking gunner in like Bravo battery. Fucking the smartest fucking like better, ran laps around everyone. It didn't matter who the fuck it was. She was better than everybody, and she was treated better. She was treated better than me because she was more masculine presenting. And that was a big thing. It was like if you were more feminine looking, no, you were fucking garbage.
I don't know. So the only time that we have females on our line was when we deployed in 2012. I was in Carson as well, but I was in 277. And
ew.
Don't fucking hate. 277 was the shit. But I mean, anyway, but we had what was called a FET. Female engagement team. Fucking hot garbage. So hot garbage. So here's the thing. Out of all three of them that were there, one of them was cool as fuck. And that was
she was gay.
No, it was my homegirl.
I was gonna assume that because you asked, that was like your first question in the arena in your other podcast.
Oh,
you're like, were they gay?
Well, I mean, it's a different kind of beast that wants to be in a. First of all, you have to have a certain mentality to be in the military, and then to be on the fucking gun line, it's a whole different fucking beast there too. So
and there's some straight ass bitches who fucking were dope.
I don't know. I never fuck with them, but no, my homegirl Giles, she was on the Fed team and she was cool as fuck. What set her apart from the other two was one walked in there like she's fucking Ranger Reba, thinking that, you know, she's SF and all this shit. Like, no, bitch, you're just the fucking medic who was attached to the infantry, and now you think you're fucking hard. No, when you walk in there with that attitude, like I'm better than you, or I'm like you, and I'm fucking anything you can do, I'm better. I'm sorry, right there, I'm done with you. I'm fucking done. You know, because anyways, that was her. Then there was the black chick who was too, what's the word I'm looking for? Prissy, you know, like, just something about her, like very hoity-toity type shit. Didn't like her. Giles was just fucking Giles. Cool as fuck. She was just herself, wasn't trying to fucking be like Ranger Reba, but wasn't a little fucking sissy lala either. You see what I'm saying? She was just cool. She ended up, you know, hooking up with one of our soldiers, Faust, and now she's Faust, and they got married. So again, that's my experience with the gun line. Biology at the end.
So none. So no experience with females on the gun line. Your experience is zero.
Pretty much. But
and he say, she say.
Yeah, I mean, so what ended up happening was, but biology took over, male, female together, hooked up. But I mean, they fucked while they were in JRTC, all that good stuff. So it happens. It fucking happens. Okay. Anyways, that's nor here nor there. That's nor here nor there. So anyways, so you get to the gun line, and so you were treated like shit when you got to your unit because you wouldn't fuck your chief. Is he still in?
He told me if I, yeah.
Oh, so you ain't gonna put him on blast, are you?
I put him on blast on TikTok. You can go watch my TikTok.
Okay. Hold on. Because see, artillery is such a small fucking world. I wonder if I fucking know him. And you know what? It's cool. Urena, if he knows, he'll tell me. I'll find out who he is. Because I can't stand motherfuckers. Dude, that's one thing I can't stand. I might talk a lot of shit, but like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still going to respect what the fuck you do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to talk down to you. If I did talk shit, it will be in my circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, so that I'm gonna
go ahead,
pump
bring it on.
The brakes, like you say.
Yeah,
you said something on that podcast, and I started laughing because I genuinely was like, this man, oh my goodness, Lord save him. you were like, I'm not gonna like if she can do it, like I'm proud of her, like that's fucking dope. I just don't think she should be there.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna shit talk her, but like I'm gonna shit talk her with my homies. And it's like that's literally shit talking. And you have to understand, you have this like, and this once again, you weren't around a female like you obviously on the gun line, so it's hard to put it in perspective for you. But for me, I've met soldiers, like male soldiers, NCOs. I was E5 when I got out, but at Carson, like I'm a PFC, and I could see a male NCO and know right off the bat whether he fucking hated me and whether he thought I should be there or not, because it's this tone and this presentation that like people give off, and I'm sure some people don't. I'm sure I was fooled by some, but it's like the moment I feel it is the moment that I fucking have. Like my respect for you is gone, and I could give a flying fuck what you say, and I don't feel like working for you either. And that's where I'm gonna turn into a lazy piece of shit to a degree. Like if you don't fucking fuck with me and you don't like me and you think I'm fucking a piece of shit, I'll show you that. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make him look good. I don't give a fuck about you. And I've had chiefs like that. I've had chiefs who were fucking sexist pieces of shit, but they wanted pussy. It's like, fuck you. I ain't doing shit for you. Like I
didn't have time for that shit. Because I mean, from our initial counseling, from the initial counseling that I would have given you, I would have let you know, like, first of all, I'm gonna treat you like everybody else. There ain't no favoritism
as
here.
it should be.
Exactly. And I would tell you from the get-go, like, here's what I expect from you, and that's it. You pack it, you carry it, we're good to go. Don't bitch, don't cry.
I think
we'll be all right.
My counselings were like that. I don't know what just happened. My screen did some weird shit. My counseling was like that, but I also feel, and I told you, like in AIT, females were favoritized to a degree. It made me super fucking uncomfortable. And I saw other females take advantage of it, like rightfully so. Like if you're in a situation, male or female, to a degree where you're like, oh, I don't have to do something, and you're in a shitty spot, like some people probably will take advantage of it. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Like you go to S1, you flirt with the lady to get your paperwork done. Like everyone fucking like people work in their own fucking ways. I fucking hated it.
I don't know. I flirted with the gay guys if I had to. I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly. Like you fucking do what you have to fucking do to get shit done.
Right.
Like I'm loading up Railhead. I'm gonna fucking sit here and talk to this fucking civilian dude because I want my shit passed.
No, see,
like I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? I'm not obviously. I'm just gonna be nice to him.
But that goes to what you were talking about as well that you wanted to talk about was toxic leadership, right? So with that, you know, the leadership that was in charge of you, they're as wrong as no, I can't say that right now, but they're just wrong. It's just wrong. You know, I just don't, and it's shit like that that's annoying as fuck to me. And but tell me more about your story. So you get to your first unit. How did you get over that asshole? Like did you get changed to a different section? Did you still smoke?
I just like stuck it out until shit changed. I got a good smoke, and guess who it was.
Who? I don't know.
You fucking lying piece of shit. You know exactly who the fuck it was.
Fucking Urena.
And even him, I didn't fucking trust. And I told him my first encounter with Smoke Urena, he was a section chief in another platoon at the time. I didn't even know who this man was. I think I was in PFC E2 or something, and we were going to NTC, and we were either going or coming back. I just know I was on a railhead detail. And this other girl that I fucking hated from another battery, she started talking shit, and I'm really good to a degree. I can keep my mouth shut and I can keep my cool, but it'd been like months of it. And I just remember I jumped off like the train. I was like, come here, you dumb fucking, like, and I just started like losing my shit. And I was like, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. Right. I'm sick of this shit. Like, you're not gonna fuck with me. And I remember he pulled me aside. He was like, what's going on? And I was like, I am just so fucking sick of this shit. I am just so beyond fucking done. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like, I'm at my breaking point where I'm gonna get kicked the fuck out.
So what had gotten you to that point?
I was just sick of fucking like being treated like dog shit. And she was one of the females, unfortunately, that I personally, I never worked with her. So I really don't have much of a say. This is once again just based off of what I've seen. Like I've worked around her, if that makes sense. What I've seen and what I was told, I just felt like she slipped the cracks and she kind of just like got to where she was for whatever fucking reason it might be. And those type of females were what I felt like, and I know to be true, once again, not saying it was her, but I know that this is true. They make other females look fucking bad. One bad apple spoils the whole fucking bunch.
You're right.
And that was my biggest thing. And she was a bad apple as far as I was concerned, and I wanted her out.
So that's the thing. Like, there's this female who hit me up in the IG, and she's the one that I was reading about the shit about. And she pretty much said the same thing. And I told her, you know, she's like, yeah, you can go ahead and laugh about this now. And I told her, no, I'm not gonna laugh about it because, you know, I know that there's some fucking 13 bangers out there that are females that are kicking ass. I know there are. And
but we don't belong there. No.
But you know, but with that said, you know, I'm not, but there's always gonna be another female that's gonna fuck it up for y'all. And that's fucked up. All your hard work that you're putting in to be treated as an equal is getting shit on by this one fucking broad that's fucking sucking dick for the first time.
But it shouldn't be that way because you have so many fucking little tiny dick dudes. You keep saying broad, so I'm gonna say tiny dick dude.
That's fine.
Like, you have tiny dick dudes who fuck up and do stupid shit. Like, I don't even fucking know. Like, fucking rape a girl or fucking I'm trying to think, like, steal something from the PX or whatever the fuck it is. And those people don't fuck it up for every man because the percentage of men is just so fucking big that one little tiny person doesn't make an effect. But since the female percentage is so low,
right,
and there's like 20 females to like 2,000, 3,000 men, that one bitch like fucks it up for everybody. And everyone focuses on it. And it shouldn't be that way. And that's how it is. And Carson, they love to make it a competition. They purposely made us hate each other. They purposely made the females hate each other because it was always a competition. Like, oh, Brother Battery has the first female gunner. And it's like, Brother Battery's female gunner is an E2 who has never carried fucking rounds. So that's fucking lame, like, as far as I'm concerned. And that was like my biggest thing is like, you start from the fucking bottom and you work your way up. You shouldn't fucking skip.
With you saying that, it's funny you mentioned that. That was one of the things that really pissed me off when I started hearing about females coming to the line.
Always ATC?
The what now?
That was what I saw. Females always got pushed to ATC.
Oh, no. They weren't there on the line yet when I got there. But what I had heard was that they were going to start bringing them from other MOSs, and then they're going to slide into a section chief slot. I disagree with that as well. Livid, because I started from the motherfucking bottom. All right. I done it all. I done powder bitch, holding my motherfucking hands up, yelling fucking 6 and 7 to the rear like a little bitch. I did that. I did Advon. I've done fucking, you name it. I fucking did it. So I started E1, nothing on my collar. You know what I'm saying? And I worked my motherfucking ass off, you know, to get
That's probably the only thing I will ever agree with you on.
Yeah. And
we had a
so we have a moment. We've reached a moment of consensus.
Yes. We had a SARC meeting at Carson, like probably like half a year after I'd been there, I want to say. And there was like females and there was another male NCO. They were talking to us about like our opinion on integrating female like E5s and E6s from other MOSs and them coming in and like filling in spots. And most of us who cared about our job were like, fuck that. But then again, you have to think they didn't get the opportunity to like be in this job, which like I understand it's like shitty, but like you reclass and you still can start from the bottom. It's just like if you come from heavy and you come to light, you don't know shit. So you should fucking still learn to a degree. You might be an E5, but you need to understand like the concept of how crew drills work. And you can still be a chief. It doesn't mean you can't chief, but it's like you still have to go through it. But they were like wanting to literally make them chiefs.
You have to humble yourself. And you're right. Yeah. You are 100% right with what you just said. Because I came from mechanized. I came from that motherfucking Cadillac, the Paladin. And I love that
I hate
bitch.
this piece of shit.
I
fucking hate it.
So
I came from a 777 and I got here and I was like, man, the camaraderie is garbage. These people are lame. No one talks.
Pump the brakes on, chick. So here's the thing. I started on a motherfucking that was not sexist. That was not.
No, I just want to get drunk.
All right. No, so I mean, I was in mechanized the first part of my career, and then I started in 277 Field Artillery out of Fort Hood. Then from there, I went to Korea, and then I went to Korea, then Stewart, then Carson. And fucking so when I was in Stewart, it was mechanized. Fort Hood, mechanized. Korea, mechanized. So while I was in Stewart, I reclassed when we were in Mosul, and I'm not reclassed, I re-upped to go to Carson. When I saw my orders were the fucking 277 in Carson, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dog, mechanized, yeah. Wrong. I get there, and I'm like, what the motherfuck? 119ers. All right. Coming from a M109 Alpha 6 to a 11 fucking niner is a whole different beast. I knew nothing. I thought I knew it all about artillery until I got there, and I was humbled very fast as a staff sergeant, because I'm there and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I had to go to E5 to start showing me shit. It's called being humble. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I attached myself to a different section. Now like ATC. Well, his name is Sergeant Torres, so it's Horace Cortez, so I call him TC. I like, ATC, I'm gonna fucking link up with you, dog. You let me know what you need me to do. You know what I'm saying? You need me to run rounds? Right. I'll run rounds. You need me to be advon? I'll be advon. I don't give a fuck, but I need to know this position before I go be a chief. Because the last thing I'm gonna do is try to show somebody how to do something when I ain't not know how to fucking
do it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, I had to humble myself, and I did, and I went and I certified, and the 119er became my bitch. I love the 119er.
I wish I would have stayed light. I fucking wish. The biggest mistake I made in my fucking military career was going heavy.
Yes.
100%.
Especially going 100%. From fucking, you went from towed to mechanized. So
I went from Urena to fucking
Urena. So where'd you go to afterwards then?
Stuart.
What
19, unit? Baby.
What unit? 19?
Yeah, fucking lame.
What year did you go there?
I got here in, God, a little over 2 years ago. What fucking 19?
Who was the smoke?
Foster.
Who were the other smokes there?
What is his name? His name is long. I can't remember it. Okay. When I tell you that I didn't give a fuck about none of these motherfuckers, I liked my smoke. Smoke Foster was pretty dope. Like, he's pretty cool. He has a lot more of a mindset as you, if like that's not necessarily bad. He had more of a mindset with you, but when he got me, Smoke Peltier, I think was his name. Peltier, he was fucking second between Smoke. I was supposed to go there. They didn't want me. He was like, I don't want to fuck female, fucking all my Joes. So I got thrown in fucking first, and then I came here. I was in processing. I was talking to my chief, who super dope guy as well. He also had like his doubts, and I
who was like the chief?
Minigini.
I don't know that. See,
John Minigini. He's a gunny now here.
I'm trying to think, like, who do I know that's out there? The only ones that I know, but I think they were in different units.
You know Bamag, but he just got here.
Yeah, that's my homie right there.
I messaged him yesterday. He was my smoke right when I got out. I was like, you should watch this. He's like, oh, I know him, and I was like, he's an idiot.
That's fucked up.
He's a fucking moron.
Bamag is my homie.
Bamag fucking likes everybody.
Look at this. Put it like this.
He's one of my best friends.
You see who my friends are, right? You see who my friends are.
You have a good circle. Your brain is just
so what does that tell you? So what does that tell you? Tell me who you have.
They're idiots.
I'll tell you who you are.
They're fucking idiots too.
Right? No, you know what? They're just closeted. They're closeted, yo. I just
they're not.
The truth.
No, they're not.
Nah, but look.
God.
So again,
but
here's my thing.
Shit, though.
Yes, I do know that there's females out there that can rock it, cock, and do it. You know, but again, what it is it's how can I put this? Just like there's males that can't do the fucking job. I know that. So I always hear that shit. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with females like you are few and far between. Okay.
That's not true though, man. It's really not true.
How many? Okay, you've told me so far that hold on. You've told me so far that there were a lot of prissy bitches out there. And then okay, so what?
And that's including dudes.
What? Fuck the dudes. Let's not talk about those motherfuckers. Let's talk about the females.
Prissy dudes.
Yes, but no. Dude. That's another one that got on my fucking nerves. Like, I gave a shit. Dude, whoever fucks you or you fuck on the weekends, don't care. Not my business.
But you mentioned it so much in your podcast. It seemed like you kind of cared, though, Lopez.
I mentioned it as far as what?
On the Gunline.
Oh no. As far as what though? Like, what do you mean? I mentioned it in what? In what
like
context?
you mentioned like soldiers fucking each other a lot, but you just said that you don't care. But then you mentioned it so much. But like even on the weekends.
Okay, I'm talking about the whole homosexuality bullshit.
Oh, I mean, I'm gay, so I really don't care.
Yeah. So the reason I mentioned that part, the homosexuality shit, I mentioned that. Yes. Again, not my business. Don't really care for it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck who you want to fuck, be who you want to be with, love who you love. I am a live and let live type of guy. However, when it starts affecting my motherfucking gun line or my section, that's when I start having an issue with it.
How would it affect? Just like, I'm only asking, like, if you have an actual personal experience, or if like you.
I'm talking hypothetically. Like I said, I have not had the experience personally. I try to mitigate situations before they happen. I look at what may happen in the future. And again, this is my example that I use. And it sucks. Yes, got it. Men want to fuck females, females want to fuck males, males want to fuck males, whatever. What I'm getting at is this, for example, we get a female comes to the gun line. Let's say she's a straight female. All right, got it. Female has a thing for my ATC. My ATC has a thing for the female. Got it. Hey, I don't know about it. I don't care about it. Do what you do, right? Let's say number one man or number one person now. I guess number one person. Is it number one person? I don't know. Is that what it is? I just don't want to offend.
Depends on what piece you're on. I fucking learned that changed the moment I got the heavy. I was like, wait, what?
So let's say number one man is attracted to female as well, but female wants nothing to do with him. She's already hooking up with ATC. That's going to cause jealousy and animosity within the section. You see what I'm saying? And
like Urena said, that's like that happens everywhere. But it also, like, to me, sounds like a personal fucking problem. Like if and this
again,
applies to
when
women
that personal
too.
problem starts affecting my gun line, my section,
and it
that is a problem.
And it shouldn't, which is where, as an NCO, you should be like, okay, this is a fucking problem, and you're allowed to have relations, and you're allowed to be attracted to people. Like, we can't control that, but this is a fucking issue, and it's affecting like it's affecting work. So something has to change. Someone needs to go. You can still have your job, but you're going to be over there. Like, you're going to be a Bravo. You're going to be in Charlie. You're going to fucking be in second platoon, whoever the fuck.
So what does that mean now? So now I got to get rid of my motherfucking ATC.
Get rid of your problem. If you have a fucking number one man who's boo-boo face.
Okay. So I got to get, so now I got to get rid of him, right? So now I got to get rid of him.
If he's a fucking problem, if he's causing the drama, yeah.
So, yeah, I got to get rid of him, right? What does that mean now?
1-for-1 swap.
I got to get somebody else to come take his spot, right? So
and maybe he's less emotional.
And that's cool. And I'm glad that you guys are thinking outside the box and finding these solutions. But it's the fucking Army, and it doesn't just work.
Yeah, and it sucks because then you have to recertify, and then you have to redo tables, and you have to retrain. But that's literally the Army, anyways. People PCS, people ETS. Again, you're always doing that shit anyway.
So if you could mitigate it, wouldn't you?
No, because it's gonna happen regardless. Because okay, listen. Okay,
go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, because when you mentioned that and you said, but when you try to mitigate it to Urena, I was like, I get what he's saying. I understand. But in hindsight, you look at it like, and he mentioned how the situation with the soldier who killed himself, right? Fucking your number one man and your gunner could still like the fucking supply clerk, right? And it could be the same situation, and she's not even on the gun line.
But guess what? If they move the supply clerk, I don't give a fuck, because it's not affecting.
And now both of them are mad because they can't watch that bitch at work, because now she's gone, and now they're both affecting your section.
Then maybe they shouldn't have the females on the fucking combat MOSs then.
She's supply.
But she's attached to a fucking battery.
That's just how it is. All I'm saying is fucking females have been around a lot longer. But like, my point is it can work both ways. Like, I'm not blinded by the fact that females can cause problems. And I'm only not blinded by it because the only problems I faced in the military were from fucking men who were super scared of me, like even existing. They would either be like, I don't want to breathe around her, and then which made shit fucking awkward, or they were fucking purposely fucking like just way over the fucking top because I was a female. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you're not treating, I wasn't being treated equal regardless.
Right. And now that I fucking disagree. Like I said, if you would have been under my net, you would have been treated equally shitty like everybody else.
That's not true.
Because like, oh yeah, you would have
been treated like shit.
Yeah, I would have treated y'all equally like shit. Because if you've heard me talk, anybody E1 to E3, I only need you from the neck down. That's it. Neck down. That's all I needed you for. There's only one chief. Everybody else is cannoneers. You do what the fuck I tell you to do. We'll be good. You know, and of course, that's just how I work. You know, it's organized chaos. And then, but after work, when we hanging out, it's a whole different atmosphere. Work is work. You know what I'm saying? But and then let me just touch back on something you mentioned earlier. When you were in AIT, you said there were also a bunch of investigations going on
with AIT instructors and soldiers.
Right. So that was another thing that I kind of was looking at. The future of how many EO complaints were going to be arising, how many sharp complaints were going to be coming up, you know, how many he said, she said type shit was going to start coming up. So again, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just looking at the problems that it's going to cause. You see what I'm saying? Like, look, if they had a whole fucking female battery, I completely get it. Hey, go fucking do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll get shit done a lot quicker.
See, and it's organized. That type of shit right there. Nah, hey, I'm all about shade. I know.
Funny.
No, and I like the fact that we can have this conversation talking shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's like I said, at the end of the day, my point of view is not going to change. It's not. But I'm still going to respect the fact that you guys are doing it. And hey, you know, keep rocking out, you know, sniffing that wolf pussy, handle it. You know, as long as there's no fucking fence on people getting offended, I'm cool with it. And that's why I like the Gunline. That's why I named my show on the Gunline. Because on the Gunline, you know that we all talk shit.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly. We all talk shit, whether you liked it or not. Only the pussies will get offended and then be like, oh, my pussy hurts. See, and shit like that probably can't even be said nowadays. I'm not saying you'd get offended, but I'm saying somebody might get offended, like, you know, one of those sissy lalas, you know.
I always flipped it because I feel like dicks are a little bit more sensitive than like vaginas. So I would always be like,
I don't know.
Oh, my
it depends on what part of the vagina you fucking hitting. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. I just felt like from my experience, like I never got offended. I think that I probably could have been sharped and EO'd a lot more than the men could have, like just based off of what I said to them. And it was all in fun and it was all in good, like
right,
just having a fucking shitty ass time together.
Exactly.
Which made it fun and we just talked a lot of shit. But I definitely know that I've said things that could be like a lot of people could take offense to. Which
and
if you know your fucking audience, then you're good.
And see, that's the thing. My audience on the Gunline, I shouldn't be afraid to talk how I want to talk when I'm on the line. You see what I'm saying?
And
again, females like you are few and far between. You know what I'm saying?
But I disagree because I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I just feel like, and this is going back to what you said in your podcast. You said that like you haven't experienced it, right? And this isn't discrediting what you've heard. And I'm not saying that the male soldiers, NCOs who have told you their stories are wrong, because they very well could be right.
Mm-hmm.
But I did meet like females who were absolute trash. And I met just as much, if not more, males who were just as fucking same. But there was also a lot more males. So it's easy to fucking overpower it.
So but with the females
I
go ahead.
Definitely met like the females that I have in my circle that I know that are still in or have reclassed or are out or whatever the fuck it may be, like are fucking badass. Like they fucking knew their shit. They didn't give a fuck about what nobody had to fucking say. And I met more of those, and those people stayed in for like one contract, however fucking long, and they didn't get med boarded. They didn't get fucking kicked out. They didn't get like any of these fucking crazy things. And they're all fucking kick ass at their fucking jobs. Just as good, if not better, than any male. And vice versa. I know males. Like when I got here at Stewart, I remember my first sergeant at the time. And it was the moment I read the room and I was like, oh, I hate this shit.
Who was your first sergeant?
I ain't gonna say his name. He fucking was like, I can see it now. First female section chief, Top Gun. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to certify as a chief here, not under you, because my brain immediately was like, you only want me to do it because I'm a fucking female. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fucking be an ATC. I'll ride in that cat. I don't give a fuck. I don't know shit about a fucking track, but I'll fucking figure it out.
Dude, that's funny.
My first experience on a track was in Poland, and my first maintenance issue was my entire left track completely off.
Did you guys throw track or break track?
Broke it. And I'm in sand in Poland, and I have literally not touched this vehicle until Poland. Like I got it on railhead, and that was it. Like I took it to the rail yard, and other than that, there was no training. I got here and we went to Poland. So we're in the field. My driver's the only person who knows shit, and then I have dumb fuck, this fucking newbie who doesn't know a goddamn thing about shit. He's fucking an idiot. So I'm trying to get this track back on, and I don't know anything because I can read a TM. Like, but what the fuck is that going to do for me? I've never actually been hands-on on it.
Right.
So I'm fucking lost. And luckily I'm by a Polish fucking like road guard and whatever the fuck they're doing. And these fucking two dudes who can't speak English come and help me put my fucking track together. And fucking two dudes who can't speak English.
Wow.
A little bit. Help me fucking put my shit back together.
God damn it. You threw me off from my fucking shit that I was going to ask you. Fuck.
It's my goal. That's my goal. You know, I'm just a distraction.
Yeah, y'all are. Nah. No.
Sounds like a
that's what I wanted
problem.
to say. Look, like, for example, like, okay, you can dish it and you can take it, right? And that's cool. Now, my issue is, as well, again, don't know them, didn't have them, but I could see it happening. The moment that some of those bitches that shouldn't be on the fucking gun line, if they start acting a fucking fool and I start digging in that ass, how long will it take before I get a fucking complaint? You know what I'm saying? Because I was not the best section chief in my time. You know, I'm
surprised.
I would dig in their ass. I would dig in that ass. Trust me. I mean, I came up with the old school way, and that's just the way I was. You know, just do what the fuck I tell you to do, make it fucking happen. We're fucking done. You know what I'm saying? But with that said, I took care of my motherfucking soldiers. That's one thing. You could ask any of my soldiers, as much as they might have fucking hated me, they could call me up at 3:00 in the fucking morning. Hey, chief, I'm stuck over here at the Rusty Nickel over here in fucking, you know what I'm talking about, right? The Rusty Nickel. Yeah. I got called up there many a motherfucking time. Hey, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna go pick you up right now. Don't go nowhere. Boom. Go pick him up, take him to the bees, give him a bit of an ass chewing for waking me up, but he did the right fucking thing. So I'm not gonna be mad. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my motherfucking soldiers. I took my soldiers to the board when they deserved it. You know what I'm saying? There was no favoritism in my motherfucking section. The best man for the job got the motherfucking job, or best person for the job got the job. You know,
I don't give a fuck if you say man.
I'm trying to be politically correct. You know, so
that doesn't fucking matter. The army doesn't need to be so political like it already fucking is, and that's why I got out.
And that's
it's nothing but fucking politics, and it's fucking stupid. It shouldn't fucking be that. I'm like, at the end of the day, I always was like, I'm a fucking soldier. What the fuck's between my thighs doesn't fucking matter. And I have a rooster tattooed on my leg, cock, and I always told my soldiers, and this is why I got it. I was like, I have a fucking bigger cock than you, and it's swinging past my knees. That's why I have it. But like, I hated the political shit. I fucking hated all the bullshit. And
no, I mean, I don't blame you.
Stupid.
I don't blame you.
Do not feel like you need to correct that with me because I don't find it fucking offensive.
Nah, but I have a feeling that there's going to be females that are going to be listening to this podcast, and they might be like, "Oh my god, he's such an asshole! What a jerk! Why is he?" I mean,
you are an asshole, but like, I'm also a fucking asshole, and I don't really care. And I know that at the end of the day, and this once again, and this isn't to be like an actual fucking asshole to you, but this is from me because I am a female and I was in a combat MOS. Is I personally know that you're wrong. Just like you personally know that I'm wrong.
I'm not saying
vice fucking versa.
So again,
it's hard to take what you say, and this isn't to be mean, but it's hard to take what you say into consideration because you're not a female in combat arms, and you also haven't had females under you in combat arms, like Dorina, like Bamad, like whoever the fuck. It's so much like, so what you say is once again he say she say.
Right, it's my opinion.
And it's all an educational game. Yeah, it's your opinion, and like.
It's just my opinion at the end of the day because I see it as the wussification of the fucking combat arms. I end up seeing it as standards being lowered, not for you, but in general. And you know, you even said it yourself that you've seen it where they fucking let other people slide and they run with it. So it's the shit that I see that ends up fucking it all in general. in the big picture is going to fuck it all up. So, I mean, it's all a political game. Like you said, it's all political, you know, like the whole reason they did it was to, like, I know that to say that females can't do it is fucking stupid. I'm never saying that they can't do it. I'm not,
so
just like there's, go ahead.
Sorry, I kind of interrupted you.
No, you good, go ahead.
My main goal and like why I wanted to reach out to you is like, it wasn't to like, for you to completely feel like you were wrong. I would rather you change your mindset as, even though you're retired or whatever it was. Are you retired?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're a veteran. I just want,
you.
instead of you saying like females shouldn't belong there, I think it should be more along the lines of like, I think that, and I don't find offense to this, and I'm sure there are females that might, but it's like there is certain people who fit the fucking job, just like we all have our strengths. It's not that females don't belong there, because I know that you've seen males who are fucking garbage at this shit. Mm-hmm. I know that you've experienced it. If you've been in the Army 5 days, you already know that there are men who cannot fucking hump rounds, who cannot fucking, they can't even be powder pitch. Like, they can't even fucking, like, the smell of wolf pussy makes them mad. A primer shot makes them sick. Like, it's not a matter of like females shouldn't be there. It's a matter of like, if you fucking suck, you fucking suck. You weren't made for this shit. If you were made for it, you are. So like, that was my biggest thing is watching it. Like, I definitely tried to take into consideration like all the things that you said, but it was like that I felt like you kept following with, I just don't think females should be there. But I'm like, it should be, what it should be is, I just don't think if you're shitty, you should, like, if you're shitty, you shouldn't be there. If you don't fucking fit in, you shouldn't be there. If you can't do the job, you shouldn't be there.
So I don't know. I guess one of my buddies summed it up a bit when he said, you know, there's seldom places that men can still be men and congregate, you know, and the Gunline was one of those places. And, you know, even that's being taken away from us now too.
I don't think so. But I understand that there are some females. I'm once again, I say this because I understand that there are some females who take it away, but I'm gonna change perspective a little bit. Sure. And you might not get it, but I do.
Okay.
So coming from me being gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a new soldier who, he was also in deployment, but he was in a different platoon. So when we came back, he was in my section, and I was ATC at the time, and then I ended up going to like fucking you know, I was ended up leaving, so I was just like escorting soldiers. But at the time, for those like next like table 12s and all that bullshit, he was in my section, and he was like new to me, and I didn't know anything about him. And I was like, oh yeah, this fucking gay ass bullshit. I was like, this fucking, we have to go do some gay ass fucking shit, like fucking stupid shit. I don't know. And he got upset because I said gay, and he was like, well, I'm gay. And I was like, so am I. Like, who the fuck gives a shit? So like, in that perspective, your like, and me, because it's easy to change the way you word things. Did I fucking feel like I needed to fucking change it? No, because in my brain I was like, I don't find offense to it, so like, why the fuck does he? It's stupid. And I told him, I was like, look, so am I. It's like nothing that needs to be fucking flaunted around. Like, I don't really give a shit. If it bothers you, I'll work on not saying it, but I can't really make any fucking promises because that's just who I am. But like, in that situation, what are your thoughts? Because in my brain, like, men will be fucking men. Like, I'm just fucking one of the boys, and now I have someone else coming in and making me feel like wrong for how I word things and how I say things because he found offense to something.
I dropped the word fag like a motherfucker.
That's what I was called in basic.
You know, I dropped the word fuck. I say gay all the fucking time. I'm not saying that in a, how can I put this? I tell motherfuckers, stop being a fag, dude. I don't mean it like, you know, you're sucking dick. I mean,
and most people don't.
Right. So if
most
people
don't,
and that's
just
the thing,
like
I don't need thin-skinned people, you know, and
that's what it should be. Is like, if you don't have thick enough skin for the Gunline or whatever the fuck you like to call it, then you shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be like, oh, you have a fucking snatch, you shouldn't fucking be here. Like, it shouldn't be that. And like, and that mentality and
but
that
then,
mindset,
you know, she goes off and gets knocked up. And then fucking, all I need now, I gotta fucking refine somebody else to take their fucking spot.
And good
what
luck,
if she's my gunner?
She's still in the fucking
what if she's my fucking gunner? You know, and then she gets knocked up.
Happen.
That's fucking.
That literally happened.
Exactly.
In my battery before deployment. And guess what? She was easily replaceable.
Did she deploy?
No,
Did she deploy?
No, she didn't deploy.
Okay, then. So why the fuck have her there? Fuck that.
Hey, next fucking man up,
don't get me
right?
started on my
next
views
man up,
of
right?
females getting knocked up. I think
next man up, right? Hey, fucking, if when it comes down to it, if you're not fucking fit to fight, whether it's a broken leg or you're fucking you know how many men were on profile in my battery?
Kick them the fuck out. That's how I kick them the fuck out. Kick them the fuck out. If you are not worth it, get the fuck off my line.
But what I'm saying is that, and you're agreeing with me that like even with men, but you have this mentality, and I feel like it's just been like programmed in you without you realizing that like women shouldn't be there because you see these like flaws, like getting pregnant, can't lift around, can't do this. But once again, you have males who can't lift around, like to fucking get drunk and fall downstairs and break their leg. Like they're different medical reasons, but they're still fucking valid and they're still fucking there.
Oh my god.
They're still fucking there.
That's such
like
a stretch,
but it's not. I feel like it's such a stretch for you because you're saying the one thing that females can do that men can't, which is getting fucking pregnant. I feel like that's a stretch because you're not talking about, we had a female who broke her fucking leg. And guess what? She got talked to like she was fucking dog shit. She broke her leg. Meanwhile, there's like 5 dudes with broken fucking ankles and collarbones, and ain't none of them getting shit talked.
Oh, I got my ass in trouble because one of my Joes, when we were in Mosul, decided to drop the motherfucking the rhino arm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the rhino arm is? You deployed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you guys have MRAPs and shit? No. Okay. Well, anyways,
like we were on those. Like we weren't really like a part of that.
Gotcha.
Well, they were around, but
check this out. This idiot fucking Schlochter. I throw names out. I don't give a fuck. Schlochter. This piece of shit decides he's gonna bring down the rhino arm by himself. This thing is fucking heavy. When he does this, he gets his leg caught up between the tow bar. Oh no, the tow bar, he was bringing it down by himself, walking down the tow bar, and he was walking on the rhino. Anyways, long story short.
I'm gonna mute myself while you're talking because I have to pee so fucking bad.
Handle your business.
And I'm gonna just pee in the backyard.
Okay. So while I tell this story, she's gonna go and take a leak real quick. Fucking Schlochter, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this. This motherfucker drops the motherfucking rhino arm on his ankle, and it gets locked between his ankle and the tow bar and the motherfucking rhino. They take him to the TMC out there in Merez. We get there, and I'm looking for Schlochter. And the first thing I start doing is digging in his ass about how stupid is he that he thinks he could walk down the motherfucking tow bar by himself. And Captain, I'm not going to say her name, but she comes out and starts telling me, I can't talk. You shouldn't talk to your soldier like that. First of all, bitch, it's my motherfucking soldier. Second of all, he knows better. Third of all, I'm the one that's going to get my ass chewed by First Sergeant because this motherfucking idiot thought he could walk a motherfucking tow bar by himself. So anyways, yeah, I talk shit to everybody equally.
While I was pissing in my backyard, here's a point. I don't need a bathroom. I can do hygiene outside. I thought of something ironic because we were talking about females getting pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had a female get pregnant before we deployed. She's like, and he's 6 now, I think. I don't fucking know. I don't keep up with her. So she got pregnant. We had Urena can attest to this. We had a soldier. They're in, I want to say, they're in Kandahar. No, Bagram. On our way, we were like, our platoon was heading to TK, right? And they took incoming. The alarm went off and he fell off of his bunk bed. And he broke his wrist.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And I want your opinion. So there's 2 soldiers that are out of the fight, right?
Why is he out of the fight?
Because he has a fucking broken wrist. What the fuck is he gonna do?
Put a motherfucking Corvette on that bitch. Let's roll.
Fuck no. That's not how the Army works now. You already know it's already changed. You've got a fucking broken wrist.
I left in 2015. So
thank God. Thank fucking God. There's 2 people, right? Who's wrong?
God. Okay. I got you.
Who's wrong? Who's wrong?
trying to make me sound like I'm toxic here. Thank God.
Not. That's all you. Those are your words, boo.
Oh, well, thank God.
I told Bamaga, I was like, man, thank God that motherfucker got out, because I would have been so fucking pissed if I was underneath them. I would have been livid.
Under me?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Nah.
Dude, you're an open book. I remember when I first listened to one of your podcasts, you weren't even talking about females. I was like, man, he does not think I belong here.
Well, again,
I can sense it.
My opinions didn't dictate my leadership. And that's one thing I had to tell
Which is good, which is how it should be. But what I'm saying, so back to my question, who's wrong? The girl who got pregnant or the guy who broke his wrist for an incoming alarm and he fell off a fucking bunk bed because he didn't know how to get out of a sleeping bag?
Was she deployed?
Who's more of a fucking... No, she didn't deploy. She's pregnant. Why the fuck would you deploy if you're pregnant?
Could you mitigate being pregnant?
I mean, you can, but also that's not 100%. Can you mitigate being an idiot and not knowing how to get out of a fucking sleeping bag?
Well, one's an accident.
One is not an... They're both accidents, really.
Really? Hold on. Getting pregnant. Hold on. You're going to tell me that getting pregnant is an accident? Is not... You can mitigate that accident.
You can try to.
No, you can.
So let me ask you, every bitch that you fucked, have they all had a child?
I didn't stay around that long.
No, they haven't. I can probably guarantee you they fucking haven't, because there's some things you can do.
Right.
To like mitigate
pull-out
the
game
fact
is strong, girl. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You got some fucking... I know you got at least one daughter, because I heard her ass getting yelled at.
3.
You got 3?
Oh, no. I got
How
2
many
daughters,
boys do you
1
have?
son. I got 2 daughters, 1 son. My oldest is an 11-year-old girl. Her name is Emily. My middle child is Sophia. She's 9. And my boy is 7. He's Daniel. I
hope Emily becomes a fucking Canon crew member. And I hope that you have to listen to all these...
Dude, I taught her how to say stand by fire.
Yeah,
I used to I got pictures of her next to the gun.
She put her on salute.
Dude, funny you mentioned that.
Some people.
Yeah, I had her out there while we were doing salute battery. I told her, you want to be a 13 Bravo, baby? Get the fucking the push broom and start sweeping. That's what she started doing.
Another question. I feel like I'm backtracking and I'm like changing it because I'm a little tipsy.
You're good.
So hypothetically speaking, your daughter is 20 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
She joins the military. She's a 13 Bravo, and her chief just thinks she doesn't fucking belong there. And he also, and not saying that you because you said that your beliefs don't affect your gun line, which is cool. That's how it should be. I think your belief is still like kind of ate up, but like that's besides the fucking point. But you have to listen to your child tell you that like, my chief said that I'll get PFC if he can pick me up at 7 and take me out to eat.
I'll get what?
You'll get your waiver for PFC if you go on a date with him.
Yeah.
You'd kill him.
I would have a very, very stern conversation with that person.
You kill him. Okay. So fucking fast forward. You have a fucking smoke who basically tells you that you're not fucking shit unless you suck his dick. And he tells you that the entire fucking platoon, not battery, but the platoon is going to a bar to have fucking like karaoke night. It's like a little, out after hours fucking little shindig, right? And you show up and you're the only person fucking there. And your daughter tells you this. She's like, I showed up and my fucking platoon sergeant was there and nobody else was. And he like pushed me up against the wall and tried fucking making out with me.
Yeah, again, be a very stern conversation that I'd be having.
But remember, she doesn't belong on the gun line in the first place. So like if she wasn't there, she wouldn't be in this situation, right?
That's kind of a see.
You're but like I'm making it personal, shit. And I'm not doing.
No, you're just like, but it's skewing shit. I mean, that it could be anybody. It could be one of my soldiers that comes and tells me that.
I'm telling you my experience. That's
right,
what happened.
But it could be one of my fucking soldiers that comes and tells me that, and we're gonna have fucking issues. It doesn't have to be my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, but your mindset is that females shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
in
but
the
it
first
doesn't.
Place.
Okay, that's fucking okay. But see, now we're victim fucking blaming here. All right.
I mean,
yeah, we
really.
are. Okay. Your daughter was dressed up skimpy, and what am I gonna say? Oh, because she was dressed like a fucking hoe? No. Okay, then. So one has nothing to do with the other.
I think you're I think you're misconstruing what I'm saying. So I'm going to just try to revert it. So what I'm saying is like, from what I've heard is that you've said that females don't belong there, right? Like that's just your opinion. That's your observation. And that's like what you believe. Mm-hmm. So in hindsight is 2020. Your daughter's in this situation and all these things happen. What makes you think that she's not going to be like, well, my dad said that I shouldn't have been here in the first place? And she might victim blame herself. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, is that it might make her feel like, well, if I would have just like listened to my dad and I shouldn't have fucking been here in the first place, females shouldn't have fucking been here, then this wouldn't have happened to me. That's victim blaming.
Right. But first of all, it shouldn't have happened regardless.
It shouldn't have. But I'm only trying to get you to see it from a different perspective. Not because I want you to think that you're wrong. I just want you to see it from like, I'm using a personal approach like your daughter to make you have more of a like.
It's still not going to change my
personal understanding of it.
Right, but it's not going to change my attitude on how I feel about it. Again, can females do it? Yes, that's fine. I know they can.
So what's the problem?
I already told you. In my point of view, it's the long run. In the bigger picture, is it worth having the few females that are actually hardcore fucking hua all about the shit, and is it worth the trade-off of having all these fucking bitches that are just not worth their fucking weight, can't even carry around? And let's not bring the males into this because we all know that they're there. Yeah, but is it worth the trade-off? I don't think it is. And again, that's just my opinion, and again, I respect.
If the army did what they were supposed to do and chapter out the pieces of shit, male or female, then it would be worth it. It would be worth it, because then you're like, okay, I have these 11 dudes who fucking are absolute fucking ass, and I have these fucking 10, 11 fucking females who are fucking just as good as everybody else, and then it's the fucking switch off. But we don't chapter out people like we should.
Just put females on their own gun line.
But if there's a different gun line, people are gonna fucking find that offensive. Doesn't fucking matter what you fucking do. It's a lose-lose regardless.
Shit. Falling down here. My damn chair broke. Yeah, I mean, again, I get where you're coming from. I do. I just my point of view. And I know that there's a lot of females out there steaming, So
I mean, and I'm not steaming. I'm not.
No, not you. I said there's a lot of females out there, because I know.
I know they are. I'm just like, I wasn't trying to be like a dick by like using your daughter as like I was just more likely trying to get you to relate more to the situation, which is why I used her, because it's easier to use something like that because you're close. I'm assuming you're close with your daughter. You all fucking, it's just your fucking child.
Yeah, that's my first.
So I'm just taking that into consideration. It's like, you looking at it from that perspective. If like someone told your daughter that she shouldn't be there and she shouldn't fucking be doing this, she's a fucking woman, she shouldn't, like, I've
never said that a woman couldn't do it. I just said that she should.
But you don't think we shouldn't be there,
right.
Which to me, and this is just my opinion, it means that I shouldn't be doing it because I shouldn't be there. So I can't do it. Like, there's a reason why you don't think I should be there. And I understand that to you, it's like because there can be problems that arise. But like when I was deployed, the only people who got in trouble were dudes sucking each other off on the fucking tower guard. So like I didn't experience like, I mean, I did in garrison, like females and males and whatever the fuck, but I experienced it all. It wasn't just like one thing. And I feel like people were they're like so hyper focused on like the fact that females are here and there could be a problem, but there could be a problem regardless. There's always going to be a problem. It doesn't fucking matter where the fuck you're at, what MOS you are, who you're with, where you're deployed to. There's always going to be that fucking risk. And that's just how it fucking is.
I feel you.
Doesn't fucking matter.
I just try to mitigate it, man. I just try to mitigate it.
You can, but you're not going to.
That's why, like I said, I wish I could have done all 20. I really do wish I could have done all 20. Unfortunately, I was medically retired. And I didn't get out because I wanted to. Believe that. I loved, ate shit, breathed the Army. I loved it. I was not a PT stud. Never have been. Never claimed to be. Never will be one. But I did know my shit. I knew my shit.
He fucking beat our ass at PT too.
Man, fuck him and his PT stud and that little chubby motherfucker.
He was fucking ruthless. Man, I was tired every day.
Funny thing about Urena. when we were in school together.
Like AIT?
Nah, in SLC. We were in SLC together. He did not like my point of view of how I saw soldiers just fucking hanging around, like just lollygagging. I can't stand that shit. I can't. To me, discipline is a big thing. And I could not stand that shit, man. And I was fucking going off. And he's like, but no, man. You know his little fucking Southern California way that he talks his shit. Little fucking troll motherfucker. He's a troll though. He is a fucking troll. A little motherfucker. He knows how to push my buttons. I done told him that shit too. But let me ask you something.
He's pushed my buttons.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you something. So you did your time, and you got out. How long have you been out now? You said 5 years?
November. I got out in November.
Oh, you just got out recently
last November. Yeah, I was in for like a little over 5 years.
Right on. So how have you found your transition to be?
The VA is fucking trash. Basically I should have went with a med board. I would have gotten med boarded, but I just was like IETS in like a couple months, so I'm gonna just like go with it.
Okay.
Other than that,
we'll talk offline. We'll talk offline on that shit because one thing
I'll talk about it publicly. I don't care.
No, I'm just saying because there's like shit. I just don't like the way a lot of motherfuckers miss out on their fucking benefits. You know what I'm saying? If you earned them, go get them. You know what I'm saying?
I have my first appointment on Wednesday.
Right on.
With the VA. My general med.
Did you do you have your C-file?
That sounds like some old lingo. What the fuck is that? Educate me so I know.
Do you have e-benefits?
Like,
okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk offline about this shit. I'll get you squared away on that shit. So look, y'all, a lot of y'all veterans, y'all already tracking what e-benefits are. Make sure you go, if you don't know, go look up e-benefits, Google if you're a veteran, so you can start getting your motherfucking shit that you're entitled to. You earn that shit, you fucking get that shit. All right, there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that fake shit up, and other ones that I can't fucking stand. Motherfuckers that fucking sick call rangers that didn't deserve a goddamn cent, but out there getting 80% 90% for not even fucking deploying. They can suck a fat dick. Fuck y'all. I have that's one of the subjects that are very touchy to me. So, but yeah. So has this transition back to the civilian sector? 5 years is still 5 years. Life continued without you. While you were still in the army. How have you found yourself assimilating back to the civilian sector?
I think it would have been. To be completely honest, I definitely think it would have been harder if I wasn't with like the person that I'm with now, because they're in the military. So I still have like some sort of stabilization, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I'm not as worried, like as far as like pay goes. That's really like, I'm definitely more like lucky, if that makes sense. Because if I was like single, it would have been a lot more difficult.
Right.
Financially, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I still don't have health insurance. I'm once again waiting on the VA. But
no, I'm just saying, like the reason I make that face, if you guys are watching on the YouTubes, is because civilian sector fucking insurance is ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. What I pay in for a year of insurance for my family and myself is what they pay like a month or every 2 months. It's fucking ridiculous.
So are you not like 100% medically retired? If you don't mind me asking, you do not answer that.
Yeah, I got medically retired back in 2015. It started off for my back because my back started fucking up. And one thing I told myself, if I can't lead from the front, I'm not gonna fucking do it. All right. So I went to fucking to get checked, and I've been bitching about my back since 2006. These motherfuckers eventually gave me an MRI finally in 2000 through my med board. And the funny thing is, I told the motherfucking doctor right there at Evans, I told him, hey, can I get a fucking MRI? And they were like, no. I'm like, but you guys, they do it for fucking sports teams. Like, yeah, but you're not $100 million athlete, are you? Oh, dude.
You're SF, you get one quick.
Yeah, but I'm not. I have a 13 banger. I'm not even good enough to be a fucking Delta.
Shit.
Exactly. Nah, but what ended up happening was I went to my med board and it started from my back. And I had started seeing, I've been starting to get open about it as far as like, my issues up there, you know, in the noggin. So I was also doing mental health, and
same.
Hmm?
That same.
Yeah. So long story short, while I was going through my med board, there was a PA that I had to go see. This PA was in third ID. And I saw his fucking patch. So I saw him and I was like, hey, rocket a monitor. And he was like, you know, top of the rock, whatever. And so we get to talking. And I asked him, what unit were you in? And he was like, 176. And I told him, no shit. You know, I was in 277 and we replaced 176. I asked him what year he happened to be in. And he's like, oh, it was, you know, I was there and deployed in the 05 deployment with third ID. And I told him, oh, no shit, I replaced you guys, you know. And then we got to talk a little bit more. And I told him, did you happen to know about that incident that happened January 6th? And he's like, yeah. And all of a sudden his eyes like got big. And I was like, yeah, I was there for that, you know. And we got to talking. Anxiety kicked in like I never felt it in my fucking life before. Started having one of those fucking moments. He had that fucking moment. Next thing I know, he goes and talks and says if he needs a SIR, I'll fucking write it up for him. He went through this bad incident that occurred, and I want him checked for this. So long story short, they tacked on that shit. So I ended up getting med boarded for both. And now I'm here, and I try to help motherfuckers get their benefits that they deserve, because I had one soldier who tried to kill himself by slicing his arm. And Casey Brown, yes, you're a piece of shit, Casey Brown. If I ever fucking see you, I will fucking swing on you, you piece of shit. You fat, lazy piece of shit. Fuck you. Yeah, he retired. He got out. He got out with 80%. 80%. You know what he did? He goes on Facebook and puts, oh, I hate fireworks. They scare me. Bitch, we were on Fob Gamberry. Nothing happened over there. Nothing.
It happened on my deployment, but it was one thing. I wasn't at Gamberry though.
Nah, we trained the fucking ANA. That was our mission in Gamberry. You know, yeah, there was a lot of fucking green on blue, blue on green, whatever. I remember that. Got it. Nothing happened on our deployment. Nothing. Literally. But he goes and is like, I have flashbacks. Flashbacks of what, bitch? What? The last time you fucking shot your weapon, dude, the last time he shot his weapon was probably at the 0 range. You know what I'm saying? For real. But anyways, but yes, I am medically retired. Back to your.
I'm trying to get there,
dude. And we can get you there. We can get you there. We, like I said,
I'm definitely. When I talked to the VA, I definitely had. It's taken way longer than I feel like it should have.
Yeah.
But I definitely have. I don't want to say smart, but I have my medical records in like check, and I made sure of that. So I'm not necessarily too worried. I'm mostly worried about like my BH shit. But
so
I mean,
as do you have always like? Did you go to sick call though to get anything fucking like? I don't care if you stubbed your fucking toe. Did you go get that checked out? Good. Because
I have my allergies down. I claim that.
We'll talk offline, trust me. But you know, honestly, I really am glad that you came out here and took the time to hang out with me. Seriously. You know, I've said it from day one. My mind is not. Maybe one day, maybe I'll evolve. Maybe I'll stop dragging my knuckles.
It means you have a closed mind. If you're not willing to change, then
look. You want to know how I've opened my mind? Okay, let me be 100% transparent with you. Okay, I was what people call homophobic. All right, now that doesn't mean I hated gays,
like most people.
So here's the thing. I'm not scared of gays. So I hate that fucking word. I hate that fucking term. So, but I was very openly about ill. All right. That's what I thought, like ill. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't stop me from working with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Jennings back in Korea. I knew it. Fruitier than a motherfucking Christmas basket. But guess what? Hard fucking worker. That's all I cared about. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, it took time for me to eventually get that out of my head, like to stop thinking like that and just live and let fucking live. You know what I'm saying? And I eventually grew into that. Live and let live. I don't care. It's not bothering me. I'll talk to you offline about some other stuff about that too. But you know, honestly,
why do females bother you?
What's that?
Why does females bother you?
Females on the gun, females in combat arms in general bothers me because I don't like, and I get it, you know, that they're not
you
everybody.
Think that it comes with extra steps and extra issues
I
and
think
extra
that
paperwork.
Yes, not just that. It lowers standards. It doesn't make it
standards the same now across the board.
You believe that, okay?
And it should have always been that way.
Yeah, and you keep believing
it should have always been that way.
It should have always been that way, but it's not, and it's not ever going to be that way. And if you believe that shit, that standards are across the board. Come on now.
But
if you've been in the army more than a fucking year,
I mentioned that there were male NCOs who treated us differently. So that sounds like a them problem and not a we problem. That sounds like a him problem and not a she problem. If you're gonna treat me differently, that's your fucking problem.
I remember there were females in our battalion. When I would fucking do their push-ups, 0, 0, 0.
Have you ever seen a man do push-ups? They're fucking garbage. They just fucking bounce and they barely go all the way down.
Oh, trust me, there's males that are garbage. I'm not saying that there's not.
The same.
It's just, you know, I'm glad that, you know, that you were able to be on the line, man, and it's cool and it's great. And thank you for your service. I really do say that. I mean that, you know, and I'm not saying that, you know, that you're fucking deserved or that, you know, if anybody treats you like shit, that's nowhere near what I'm saying. And anybody that's listening to this shit, if y'all treat females like shit for being on the line, you're as wrong as two boys fucking. It's just wrong, man. And yeah, I said that. All right, go ahead and take your fucking swig. It's a phrase. It's a fucking phrase. All right. Jesus Christ. Good night. It's what I say. Happier than a fag with a bag full of dicks. Got it. You know, so there.
I'm a fag, but I don't like a bag full of dicks.
You are a fag. I'm a fag. I'm a proud fag. I'm a field artillery guy. God damn it. So, anyways, no, for real. On the real serious side, if there's any motherfucking leadership out there that's fucking treating y'all like shit, or, you know, even if you've seen that shit happen, yo, I don't give a fuck if they say, you know, they're gonna make fun of you for report that shit. Supposedly it's the new army, right? It's a team army. Back in the day, somebody would have, if let's say, for example, if you were my soldier,
it's political.
Let me just say something. Let me just tell you something here, Jordan. Let me just tell you something. If you were my soldier, if I was your chief, you were to come up to me and be like, Chief, there's this motherfucker out here, Chief so-and-so from so-and-so battery, he's fucking with me. He keeps doing this and that and this. He put his hands on me. I will tell you that things would get handled in a very low-key way. And shit would happen. And believe me, there are many of us that think that same way. All right, many of us that are still in, that I speak with, that are in higher positions that were in with me, and we feel the same way. You know, yeah, we might not agree with it, but that don't give nobody no motherfucking right to go and treat you like garbage, treat you like shit, or try to fuck with you. You know. And if you're my soldier, I'm going to treat you like every other one of my soldiers. I'm going to fucking stand up for you. I'm going to fight for you. And I'm going to be there for you. That's just how I roll. Whether I agree with you being there or not. It's just how I roll. And like I told Homegirl, there's a lot of Army policies that I disagreed with. But it's not my job to fucking agree or disagree. It's to enforce. And that's all I did. And that's how I roll. So, but anyways, with that said, once again, Jordan is drunk as shit because she was taking a shot for every sexist shit I said. So thank you for being out here, seriously, and thank you for reaching out. And I hope to have you back here on the Gunline again. And maybe, you know,
with Urena,
dude, do you have any good stories with that motherfucker?
Yeah, I have a lot.
Oh, bring one out before we wrap this bad boy up. Give me a good one. Give me a good one, because I got one for you. Did he ever leave you stranded in Korea by yourself? He probably didn't. He did that to me.
But he made me sing the soldier's song when I was practicing for the board to the fucking Tower 6 right above our gun line.
What song?
For a month. The soldiers, the soldier's creed. I I just sing that or say that, and then I had to all my questions. He had a metronome playing the whole time.
What's a metronome?
Like the little.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it changes your heart rate. It changes like your breathing pattern. I never knew that until him. But yeah.
Look at that fool getting all scientific. Damn.
Yeah, he was. That's like one of my main big stories with him. And then we got someone fucking did some stupid shit. He won't tell me who it was yet. One day he will. I'm getting there. Someone did some stupid shit to him when we were deployed, and I was on cold gun, and I had a migraine. I was sick shit, and he had us all go outside. And
was it because you were on your rag?
No, I just had a migraine.
I'm just fucking with you. I had to throw that out.
I do get migraines on my rag though, but I just take some Motrin.
I had to throw that in there.
I took like 3 Benadryl because I was like, man, I'm on cold gun and I'm not on a detail. I'm about to rack out. And then he was like, wake the fuck up, full kit, everybody outside. I was so pissed. So I do have a lot of good stories with him. Some of them I will not say on here.
I gotcha.
But the best smoke I've ever had. 100%.
And that's what's up.
As far as like giving me the benefit of the doubt and letting me fucking prove myself. And I was gonna say this earlier when you're like, if you were my soldier, and I was gonna be like, if you were my chief, you wouldn't have the mindset you had. Because everyone can prove everyone wrong. There's always room for.
I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm not saying that you weren't a hua fucking soldier. I'm just saying that females shouldn't be on the gun line.
But if I can do my job just as much as everyone else and just as better, if not,
again, I'm not saying that you can't do it. It's
why
just
shouldn't I be there?
Because of the future problems that can arise from it. And it's not just
I never had problems.
It's not just one. It's a blanket across. So, but I feel you. Trust me. I empathize with what you're saying. I empathize and I sympathize with what you're saying. I do. But it's just one of those things that maybe I'm just too fucking chauvinistic, I guess, as they say. Maybe I'm just too close-minded. Maybe it'll change one day. Maybe it will, again. And I'm proud that there's Molly pitchers out there. I really am proud of them Molly pitchers out there. All right. But it's just, I just see too many issues arise from it. And that's just my point of view. And again, that's probably, it's a good thing I'm not in the army, or in the military anymore. Dude, I mean, like that one chick, Shannon, from the Happy Bean, fucking awesome right there. First United States Marine Corps chief. You know what I'm saying? Cool shit. I wanted to have her on the podcast, but she got busy with work and stuff like that, So you're like really the first female cannon cocker that I've had, and everybody else. And it is, I mean, it's really great. So with that said, if you could suck your own clit, would you?
Yeah. I'd be able to get myself off.
Let me ask you something. If a guy sucked his own dick, does that make him gay?
No.
If he comes in his mouth, is that gay?
Yeah, I'm kidding. Okay, fuck.
Oh man.
Whatever cranks your tractor,
Touche. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Don't hang up though. All right. I appreciate having you on here. Like I said, I'd be more than happy to have you back on here. And whenever your other homegirl wants to come on and y'all could tag team me. I've always wanted a threesome, but not in that way, where you guys are fucking destroying me. But hey, y'all.
She might. She's definitely a little bit more ruthless, a lot more ruthless than me.
And that's cool. I mean, hey, if I can dish it,
she also doesn't have the same experiences as I.
And that I get it, but like I said, again, if I can dish it, I can take it. Shit talking is shit talking. I'm good with that. We want to get it serious, like really serious. We can get really serious on the shit talking as well. Like if I'm gonna get insulted,
Gunline.
Right? But if somebody's gonna try to insult me, I'm coming back hard, baby, and I go below the belt. I'm gonna be knocking on them titties, pop, pop, and that fupa.
She's flat chested.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, rounds. With that being said, y'all, hey, thanks for being here on the Gunline. I hope y'all enjoyed this time with me and Jordan. I do appreciate her being on here. And check it out, man. Just give peace a chance, y'all. I think if Jordan and I can sit here and fucking have a great communication, why can't Putin and fucking Biden do it?
They're all idiots.
Yeah, the fucking
every last one of them.
MAGA, baby. MAGA.
Not just them.
With that being said, y'all, I'll catch y'all here on the Gunline. Rounds complete and the mission. Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.